Hello and good day, learners. Welcome to our next lesson, and today we will discuss about separating mixtures. Before that, let us first define our terms that we will use today. Mixture is a substance made by mixing two or more substances together. It's like playing a game that is called The Boat is Sinking. Have you played that one? Yes, the boat sinking is a game that's where you are instructed to group yourselves according to the number that is mentioned.
The boat is sinking. Group yourselves into two.
So mixture is just like that. Separate. Separate means to divide that was once combined. So after playing the boat is sinking, here comes your mother calling you. Anak, playtime is over. Come on home. Oh, 5 more minutes. Don't let me come and get you. Coming. Just like that. You are separated from the group or you are separated from your playmates, and that is separate. So let's add those words together, separate and then mixtures. Separate or divide the things that were once combined. And our goal for this morning is to separate mixtures using decantation, evaporation, and filtration. So let us first discuss separating mixtures using decantation. Decantation is a separation process where liquid is poured out from the container without disturbing the undissolved object or the sediment. So one example here is a mixture between a marble and water. What have you noticed? Very good. The marble is mixed with water, and as you can see, the heavier substance settles at the bottom. And the marble here is what we call the sediment, or the thing that settles at the bottom. The substance that is found at the top is more lighter compared to the substance that is found at the bottom. So another example we have is a mixture between a soy sauce and a cooking oil. So what have you observed? Very good. The object that is found, or the substance that is found floating, is the cooking oil, and the substance that is found at the bottom is the soy sauce, which means the heavier substance is the soy sauce and the lighter substance is the cooking oil. So how do we separate these kinds of mixture? So it's a very simple process. You just pour the liquid, or you pour the substance that is found at the top, so that the only substance that will remain is the sediment. We have another example. You were called by your mother to clean the cooking pan. And then you notice that there is an oil, the cooking oil, and then a little bits of sediments that is found at the bottom. So, as per process of decantation, you just pour the cooking oil from the mixture. Another process we have for separating mixtures is by use of evaporation. Evaporation is a separation process where liquid will be turned to gas using heat. So we have here an example. You notice that after washing clothes or washing your pillows or washing your toys, you notice that your clothes are mixed with water. So after a while, when you put it out to dry in the heat of the sun, later on you notice that it gets dry or there is no more water. So that is evaporation. So the water is heated and then it turns to gas, which is we cannot see. That makes our clothes dry. So you have not noticed that, or I'm sure You notice that when you were told by your parents to get the clothes out to fold them out. You're not to get the clothes so that you can fold them. Another example is you have a question or you have this question, mother, father, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, lola, lolo, grandmother, grandfather. You have a question. Where does the salt come from? Well, you might notice people may answer you, salt comes from the seawater. And how do we get the salt? By using evaporation. You just get a solution of salt water, you place it in a pan, and then you turn on the heat and you wait till the water dries. So as you can see from this example, I tried to evaporate the water from the pan. So what happens is that there is only salt remaining. So the water is now gone, and now you know that salt comes from salt water. Another separation process we use is by means of filtration. Filtration is a process where liquid is allowed to pass through a filter, leaving small particles behind. So, simple. So, when I was young, or I don't know if you can experience, if you have experienced this also, when I was young, we often get our water from the faucet. So, what we call as grape juice or gripo juice. So, this gripo juice, back then, our drinking water comes from the faucet. Back then, we used to filter water coming out from the faucet. We use clean clothes or we use clean and unused clothes. Just like for this example, we used clean and unused sock. The sock is used to filter out the sediments or the small particles so that the clean water will pass through. Others also I noticed is that during heavy rains, people used to get water out of it by using a big barrel covered with a clean cloth so that they can also get the water that was falling out from their roofs so that they can drink it and use it for washing their dishes or also washing their clothes. So that's it. So you have learned the three ways on how to separate mixtures. One is by using decantation, the other is by using evaporation, and the third one is by using filtration. So, how do we separate a mixture using decantation? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you answered the process where you just pour the substance that is on top so that the only remaining one is at the bottom, so that is correct. So can you name other examples wherein we use decantation in our day-to-day lives? Okay, that one is good also. Now let's proceed to evaporation. Do you have any other examples where we can observe evaporation happening in our daily lives? That's good also. How about filtration? Have you seen filtration happening in our day-to-day lives? Mm-hmm. Okay, very good observation. So, I have here a quiz for you. I will see if you can do this or you can identify what kind of separating or what method of separation will we use. First, let's have this one. How can you separate a mixture of marble and water? Very good. You can use decantation. But can you use another separation method? Excellent. You're very smart. So you can also use evaporation. And if you use evaporation, you will just allow the water or the liquid to evaporate, leaving behind the marble. Okay, how about this one? Can you separate a mixture of soy sauce and oil? Okay, what kind of separation did you use? If you answer decantation, you are right again. How about another? Can we use another separating method? I see. You answered evaporation. Again, just like the marble example. If you answered evaporation, well, this is the result. The pan would be very dirty and there is no evaporation taking place. What happens is that the oil and the soy sauce will just explode out from the walls. And I tell you, my father was very mad because of this. Because he was mad that our wall is now very dirty with soy sauce and cooking oil. So that's it. I hope you had a very wonderful time learning, and I hope that I will see you again in our next lesson. And job well done.